All right, I got this package from Kevin Robinson. He made me another set of hooks that I can use for the charcuterie board, since I stole the other hook that he made for my own purposes in the garage. I've already opened this up, but let me grab these out. I'm sure you guys have already seen these hooks. Kevin did a video on how he made these out of some nails, and then he scraped it with a brass brush, and you can see this totally looks like it has brass on it. So that trick worked out really well. I think these things look fantastic, and this is what I'm going to use for the charcuterie board. So let me go get these installed. Okay, this is where I want to hang the hooks for the charcuterie board, but there are no 2x4s anywhere in here. So I've got one here and I've got one here on the end. So I'm thinking that I'll take this board off and replace it with one that goes all the way across. That way I can secure it securely and have something that I can attach those hooks to. So that's why I'm clearing off this shelf, so I can remove that, and those other two boards should hold that up just fine. So I'm going to remove that and see what I can do from there. Okay, I know I've got a stud here, so I'm going to measure 16 inches over, see if I can't find that other stud. It's going to be right around right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this picture hanger, and I'll push it in, see if I can't find a stud. There's no stud there. A lot of times though, what they'll do here is they'll double up these studs on the edge like this. So the stud could be just another 1.5 inches to the left. And I've actually tried that, and there's my stud. And I'm not worried about poking holes here, because this is all going to be covered up once I get my support board there. So I know I've got a stud there and I've got a stud there. So that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, in this original board, there was only one screw attaching this against the back wall. I want to have two, so I'm going to use this as a template, but I'm going to offset it so that it's about 1 inch from the top, and then I'll do the same thing, offset it down at the bottom. And I'm going to use that to drill my holes, because I know that those are going to land into a stud. Another thing that I have to be aware of is that this is going in at an angle, so I can't just use this straight up and down for my template. I have to offset it by 3/8 of an inch. So that's what I'm going to do, so that I can make sure that the holes actually do line up. If I were to flush this end up with the end of the other board, I would be off by 3/8 of an inch. Okay, I've got my 3/8 offset there, and I've got my 1 inch offset there. So let me go ahead and drill this hole, and hopefully it'll come out okay. Okay, by offsetting that by 3/8, when I flush those boards up, looks like they line up just right. So I'll go ahead and set this up with a 1 inch offset on the other side and 3/8 inch, and then I should have those holes drilled, and I've already got the others marked, so we'll go from there. Okay, now that I've got one screw in and I've got my board level, I can pretty much go ahead and attach the other screws. Okay, got it completely fastened. I've got 2 screws going into the stud in 3 places, so that board's not going anywhere. So I know it'll hold the charcuterie board. So let me go grab the hooks that I got from Kevin Robinson, and we'll get those installed. Alright, throw my level up there, make sure everything's good and level. Throw a couple of those leftover black painted screws, and everything's looking good. So I'll just throw the other 2 screws in there, and I should be good to go. Okay, here's the final product. Got the charcuterie board hanging up there. On the other side of that wall is my laundry area. So just to give you a little perspective. But hey, I want to give a shout out to Kevin Robinson. He actually made those hooks out of a couple of concrete nails, and I can't even imagine how he figures out how to do this kind of stuff. But he does stuff like that all the time. So I want to thank Kevin, and I'll point to the video where he actually makes these in the description. But there we go. And coming up, I'll give you a couple of shots of when I was using the charcuterie board during the Super Bowl, and you can see the layout and the spread that we had. So here you go. And yes, we got to watch the Super Bowl on the new TV console. Talk to you guys later.